This is going to be an absolutely wild recap of a cultural anime that'll have you questioning everything. If you're into reincarnation stories and comedy that hits different, then buckle up because this anime is exactly what you need. And if you don't know where to watch it, well, Google and Incognito are your best friends, if you know what I mean. The story kicks off with our main character doing what every cultured individual does, carrying out a solo Let's Play session in his room. Based on my expert observation, it looks like this dude's been going at it for quite some time, since his room is basically a tissue graveyard. But hey, no judgment here. Despite all that, he doesn't stop. And he had no clue this would be his final protein blast. He hears someone calling out to him. When he opens his eyes, there's this blonde girl right in front of him, giving him the ultimate lap pillow experience. Plus, plot twist, he's in a completely different dimension now.
この女を見たとき、なぜかそれが分かった。
あなたは何を望みますか？
俺の望み?
Turns out, this blonde is actually a goddess, because of course she is. She wants to know his wish for the afterlife, and without using a single brain cell, tells her he wants to possess the most powerful Excalibur and create a Fortnite Battle Royale team for himself. This means he's about to become the legendary Protein Man. After hearing his wish, the goddess couldn't control herself and straight up snickered at him. But hey, she understands that all wishes are equal, so she grants it anyway. After a while, our boy has obtained dual wield skills since he's now packing 2 Excaliburs. After she saw his equipment, she began laughing uncontrollably and told him his Excalibur is absolutely disgusting. She even said getting her dungeon invaded by a goblin would be better than dealing with his Excalibur. Big mistake, goddess. Nobody talks trash to the Protein Man and gets away with it. So our hero tells her he's gonna explore her dungeon to thank her for granting his wish. She's shocked and tells him to stop this madness. But here's the thing. Despite being a goddess, she doesn't understand the 69th law of Protein Man. Once an Excalibur is in motion, no external force shall stop it. He begins his exploration to this brand new continent, but there's a problem. Her dungeon has multiple layers of divine barriers. She laughs at him, saying someone like him can't even dream of breaking through. Wrong again, goddess. She doesn't know she's dealing with the legendary Protein Man himself. Using his pre-protein blast technique, he destroys her barriers one by one.
安心しろ、人体には影響ない。気が狂うくらい気持ちよくなるだけだ。
She realized things were about to get real, so she quickly cast a spell to open a portal that would transport him to another world. But everything was too late because his Excalibur was quicker than her magic. His Excaliburs made themselves at home in both of her dungeons, and somehow she transported herself to another world too. She wants him to leave immediately, but she doesn't know the 60th knife law of Protein Man. He activated his battle skill, and his Excalibur switched into high-frequency mode. Honestly, I don't know what the author was smoking when he wrote this, but I'd definitely like to have some too. The goddess is shocked by his battle skills and finally admits she looked down on his Excalibur. The intensity was too much for her, so she reached her peak pretty quickly. He rewarded her with the finest protein pie in the world, but he told her he hasn't thanked her enough yet, so he continued exploring her dungeon until she was completely done with life. After that epic session, he realizes he's in some kind of church and there's someone praying in front of him.
ここは教会か何かなのか?
She assumes he's a god. Well, I guess he is the protein god now. Anyway, turns out she was chosen by the goddess to become a saint.
ガキだけでなく本当の聖女になるため、日々の鍛錬を積み、苦しんでいる人々の役に立つため精一杯生きてきました。そんな中、私の前にかの方が権限されたのです。あなたは神様？
ここが女神の言っていた異世界なのか？
お初にお目にかかります、神様。私はこの国の聖女。隣の方は女神様でよろしいでしょうか。目の前に二柱の神が権限なされるなんて、私は幸せ者です。
シスターなのか。うん、かわいいな。
それで神様は女神様と何をしていたのでしょうか。
え、見てわからないのか？申
し訳ございません。
Our protein hero decides to test her biology knowledge, but it seems like she doesn't know about protein time at all. So he explains that he was carrying out a sacred ritual, and this ritual results in new life. He's actually stating facts here, folks. Then he tells her the goddess's power isn't enough for this ritual, so he needs a volunteer.
それほど。
どこかで手を借りられる者はいないかな。一緒に新しい生命作ってくれる人いないかな。すごいです。新たな生命の創造、なんと素晴らしい。ぜひ私にその奇跡のお手伝いをさせていただけないでしょうか。
He's very satisfied with her enthusiasm and wants her to clean his Excalibur the eco-friendly way, standard operating procedure, you know. After she's done cleaning, he rewards her with plenty of holy protein shake. She knew it would be blasphemy to waste such holy essence, so she consumed every drop. Right after that, she reached her peak and had no idea what was happening. Then, he began exploring her dungeon, and she could feel the power of the protein god flowing inside her. In the end, she's completely exhausted, lying down beside the goddess. Being humble, he told her he's not a god, but a hero this world deserved.
どこだゴブリン、出てこい。
ねえ、まだ？もう帰りましょうよ。ったく、なんで女神である私がゴブリン討伐なんてしなきゃいけないのよ。
The next day, our protein hero goes on an adventure with both ladies, hunting goblins. But instead of finding goblins, he finds something else, a lone elf wandering around. The goddess is surprised since elves never leave their villages. Then he used Gamu Gamu no Excalibur and captured the elf with his extended equipment. Honestly, I have no idea what's going on anymore. The saint has the same confused thoughts. The elf was caught off guard, but instead of begging for freedom, she wants him to stop wasting time and invade her dungeon immediately. She learned all this from a forbidden book.
平和に暮らしていたエルフたちにとってとても恐ろしい内容でした。怖がったエルフたちはその恐怖から結界を張り、外との交流を断ちました。しかしエルフの中にも変わり者はいるもので、外に興味を持ち、村のエルフたちから引き止められるも、それを振り切り外に旅立ってしまったのです。恐怖と希望を胸に。
Then she makes the ultimate mistake, making fun of his Excalibur, calling it a worm. Big error, elf lady.
てか、それってエッチな絵が連続で描かれてて物語になってるやつ？
そうよ。でもあんたのチンポは禁止より小さいわね。
Right after she said that, he unleashed his Excalibur right in front of her, and it was way mightier than she expected. He used her as nature intended and cleaned his Excalibur the climate-friendly way. After that, she demands he stop wasting time and invade her dungeon. He tells her he's gonna do that regardless, and charges in the name of Protein Man. Both of them reached their peaks, and he gave her plenty of limited edition protein shake. When she thought everything was over, he unleashed his noble phantasm and summoned the Gate of Babylon. With unlimited Excaliburs at his disposal, he was ready for round 2. As a result, she kept reaching her peak over and over, and she was definitely loving every second of it. I mean, who wouldn't? Even our editor would feel the same way. Moving on, when he got back to his room for protein time with the goddess, he saw a demon girl turning the goddess into a water fountain. When she spotted him, she introduced herself as Sakun and said she was glad to finally meet the legendary Protein Man. She used her magic spell on him and dragged him into a different dimension. Opening his eyes in this dreamland, she told him she was going to drain his life force. She began playing Bouncing Simulator with him, and he immediately used Protein Blast. She laughed at him for the quick shot and said this was just the beginning. She kept playing the game over and over until he passed out. Damn, this means she actually defeated the Protein Man. She felt sad and bored since no one could stand against her. But while she was monologuing, he used Lightning Sonic Strike on her dungeon, and she instantly turned into a water fountain. Everything happened so fast she had no clue what hit her. She saw him standing there and was shocked because she thought she'd defeated him. He told her she was facing the Protein Man, and he hadn't even used Protein Blast yet. She had no idea what he meant. Then he changed his Protein Blast properties from liquid to gas and launched an AoE attack on her. She became a water fountain again, completely stunned and unable to move. He took this opportunity to explore her dungeon and teach her a lesson for underestimating the Protein Man. He kept exploring like his life depended on it, and she kept using unholy water blasts so much she could solve water shortage in Africa. After a while, when he got distracted, she quickly escaped from the dream world. When she woke up, he was right there telling her to oil up. She didn't see that coming, but she'd definitely be coming later. Well, that's the end of my recap for this absolutely cultural masterpiece. Now I'm gonna go extract some protein for my editor. Lord knows he needs it after butchering half my jokes with his terrible timing. Peace out, legends.